Hey, this is Alex from ninjateacher.com, and in this video today I'm going to be talking about something you may have noticed if you've been searching up about teacher English in Korea, and you've seen that almost all the job opportunities seem to be for 1 year, and that you can't find any jobs that aren't for a period of 1 year. So I'm going to talk a little bit about why this is the case, if there are other options, if you can teach for less than a year, and if there's any way to go about doing this and how you would go about doing that. So let me say first up that almost all the jobs here are for a period of 1 year, and it's going to be very difficult to find anything other than that. The reason for this is it's linked to your visa. Your school will sponsor you a visa for 1 year. They'll pay for your flight in usually, and they'll usually pay for your flight out and a bonus at the end of the year. And that's how it works generally, and there isn't really much getting around that. And this is the case for public schools like EPIK, GEPIK, the whole of Seoul. All government schools are like this. You sign a 1 year contract and it's very strict, and there's almost no getting around that with government schools. Hagwons, for the most part, stick to the same system. They don't want to sponsor you a visa if you're just going to be there for a few months. So most of the time it's going to be a 1 year contract. So when is there an exception to this? Well, there are some programs such as Talk, which will get you over here and let you teach for 6 months. So the Talk program is quite nice like that. You can do it for 6 months. They'll pay for your flight in and out. The only downsides is that it is a lot less than other jobs. You get paid a lot less, around 1.3 million won per month, which is almost half what you get paid with EPIK and Hagwon jobs. So you get paid a lot less, and you're also going to be put in a more rural area because Talk is actually targeted for small areas as opposed to big cities. So Talk can be a good option if you really only want to come for 6 months and you're willing to get paid less and be put in a more rural area. Then with Hagwons, like I mentioned, almost everything is going to be for 1 year, and it's going to be really difficult to get around this. The one exception would probably be if you just negotiated with the school. Say that you wanted to come in for 6 months, and can we work around that? Can we do something like that? Most of the time the school's not going to agree with you and not going to agree to that, so it's going to be really difficult to find one that will be up for it. And if you do, they're probably not going to pay you for your flight over. They're probably going to not pay an exit allowance, and they're not going to give you a bonus. Maybe if you're lucky you could work something out to get half the bonus for 6 months. But this is going to be really difficult, and probably only possible to put it off if you're already in Korea and you're transferring from another visa, because just to get sponsored a 6-month visa, there isn't really a thing for that. So there'd have to be some way, you'd have to work around it somehow with the school. So it's going to be really difficult. I would just say it's not even worth trying. So what happens if you come to Korea on one of these 1 year contracts and you have to leave, something comes up, an emergency, or you just really hate it here, there's something that you just can't live with and you have to go home? Well, of course they can't physically keep you here. You will be able to leave, but you'd be breaking the contract. You won't get your exit allowance, you won't get your bonuses, and of course you're letting people down. So I wouldn't recommend you actually come here with that in mind. It's not a good thing to do. So ultimately you are just very limited to these 1 year contracts because of the visa requirements, because of the way the system works. And it is a downside if you want to come for a shorter period, because you can't sign a contract for less than that normally. So what I would say is that 1 year is actually not that long. If you can put aside that 1 year, if you're just worried that it's too long, well, take it from me, I've been here for almost a year now and it's just flown by. The first 6 months are pretty crazy anyway, and you're just settling in. And then after that, you know, the time still goes very quickly. So if you are wanting to come to Korea, you pretty much have to commit to a year. But what I'd say is a year is probably not as long as you think. It's going to go very quickly, and by the time you finish, you may even be thinking, wow, that was so quick, went so quickly that maybe I'll do another year. Perhaps, perhaps not. That's up to you to decide. So I hope this was helpful in clearing that up for you. And let me know if you have any questions about it. You can post it below. And subscribe to my channel if you want more updates and videos about Korea and life in Korea. So have a great day. Bye.